I sound good, sound bad, or anything in between. I want to refine it. I want to make it sound as clear and clean as possible. I got my little makeshift mic stand right here. Look, check me out. I'm thinking about hopping on Marvel Rivals, but that oh yeah, this is what it looks like. There's a couple what's in here? Tomato pastes in here holding it down, but you get the little slim box, right? You stick the microphone into the slim box. Bow. You put it right here, and now you got yourself a mic stand. Welcome to the big dance. Fab was good, bro. Appreciate you, man. Um, quick update. So I'll even show y'all. I'll let y'all know what's going on with me right now. So I got all the shit. I got a microphone, which is what y'all hear now. Which Fabs, I was just saying, let me know if my audio is bad. I recorded my stream last time. Like you have the option to record while you go live, and I listened back, and it was hella distorted. So I turned the mic down, and hopefully it sounds better now. Let me know if I'm too loud, too low, whatever. That'd be a great help, man. Um, yeah. Outside of that, let's get into it. I got wet socks. I'm cleaning up the floor right now. You need to talk into the mic, or I can't hear you. All right. Let me go ahead and crank that. Let me go ahead and crank that. No, that's too loud. That's too loud. I know that's too loud. All right, that should be something. That should be something right there, bro. I'm looking at the levels. I think I'm in the game now. I think I'm in the game. But like I was saying, oh shit, I just like for some reason, yeah. All right, hell yeah. It feels like catastrophe struck all at the same time. I don't know if you saw it earlier, but dude, uh, all my keys, my keyboard hit the fucking floor, and a bunch of my keys just flew off. Oh, it's upside down. A bunch of my keys flew off, and now they're all over the floor. And in that mess, my water spilled, and now I got wet socks, and it's just all bad right now. But fuck it, we ball. Speaking of ball, Fabian, you don't want that, bro. I'm a menace on that court. I've been a menace on that court since I was fucking born. When I was born, the doctor said, "You know what? We got ourselves one of them ones." He smacked me on the ass, and I caught his hand. Take my socks off. Don't look at my toes. I got ugly feet, but these socks got to come off, bro. I feel my toes pruning up. I got a towel here on the floor, so don't worry. I'm not just lingering. I'm not just lingering into this mess here. But there's a couple things to talk about. The ankles going above my fireplace. You fucking wish. You don't want that, bro. I'm really nice. If you're ever free on a Wednesday, let me know, man. I'm the West LA Bandit. Don't ask what's in my cup. Ask yourself what's in your cup. Update. This is what I was teasing a little earlier. So I bought all the material to make this stream good. I just hopped off of Marvel Rivals. I was playing for a little while. I had some time off today. I was just playing. I was killing shit too. I was going Star Lord and I was going Venom. They couldn't fucking see me out there, dog. But I was checking in on the different things because something came in the mail. I got this little wire that'll allow me to do multiple microphones. So now I can have the homies over. Everybody can have their own mic, and you can hear the chaos that happens in my house almost every Thursday and Friday for the past like 5 years. However, I got this message from Walmart saying that we're sorry, but your package is delayed. And what's in this package is the thing that, well, the apparatus that I need to connect my PS5 to the stream so y'all can finally see me play. But I guess that's destiny, bro. It wasn't meant to be. Y'all wasn't meant to see me play. It's like you go blind watching the greatness. So I might as well spare all y'all. I'm one of the best to ever do it. I'm one of the best on two legs to ever do it, man. Um, Oh yeah, I say I got ugly feet. Here they go. But me and the guys were all over here yesterday. Everybody came to my house yesterday. We were watching game two, and we decided to make a top 10 list, as I'm infamous for. Fabs, you need to get a piece of this, bro. And stop treating me like fucking Harry Potter's uncle and auntie, bro. Stop hiding me underneath the stairs, dude. You need to pull up. You and Fabs. I'm you and Red and fucking Pedro. Them is my guys. I don't know. I don't know where the relationship is now, but I need y'all in my life in some capacity. Freddie, get the gang over here. But we were chilling. We had a bunch of funny ass story coming later, but we had okay, all right, that's fine. I'm with that. Red is my family. So I'll get my gang, and y'all two can come over, and we'll all commingle. And if somebody even whispered the word Mario Kart, that's your ass. Just know that. Or if somebody even whispered the word basketball, because it's a basketball court, maybe 0.25 of a mile away from me. Like, it's literally walking distance. Like, if I walked out the house, I can point to where we going, and that's your ass too. Nah, see? Hey, try. Motherfuckers got too good. That's the whole thing. Like, I put them on to Mario Kart because no one bought a Wii U. Let's be honest. Nobody had a Wii U. I went and bought a Wii U because the new Smash Bros. Had dropped on Wii U and 3DS. But who wants to play fucking Smash Bros. On the 3DS? I bought the shit on 3DS. It was whack. So I got an offer from my coworker at the time, my boy Sai. I don't know if you remember Sai. I think you guys maybe met Sai, but yeah. Sai was like, dude, I never play this shit. I only play it when y'all come over. If you want it, you can have it for $200. I said, damn, $200 the whole system. You know what? I get paid this week. Let me get that. And he gave me all the games with it. He gave me like 3 controllers. So I was literally in the game from the jump. And I hadn't noticed because no one was talking about the Wii U. The Wii was such a big hit. Since then, the Switch has been a big hit, but the Wii U is kind of like that middle child that no one really cares about. And on that, they apparently under all of our noses, Nintendo switched to no pun intended. Nintendo switched to having a HDMI cord, which was big because the Wii didn't have an HDMI cord, even though its contemporaries did, the PS3 and the Xbox 360. So now we get HD. And apparently they have been working on Mario Kart like it was the cure for cancer, my dude. Because now you can see water droplets all over the rider's body, and people can fly on the wall and jump back and do all these tricks and shit. And it's like, oh, all right, Nintendo, you've been in your bag. So that was a big hit because I brought that back to the house. Like, nah, y'all gotta check it out, and I'm gassing it because, quite frankly, at the time, it deserved all that gas. It was a real good time. I'm concerned about the audio quality, bro. Cause last time I was in this range and I heard it back, I ain't like it. But yeah. Yeah, see, yeah. So now we're at the Switch 2, where can I be honest about the Switch 2, bro? I don't necessarily like it. One, I'm probably not gonna get it because it's never had it didn't come with Smash Bros. Or none of the games that I truly love. But two, I feel like the shelf life on the Switch 1 wasn't long enough. So they should have dropped this shit as like this is how I legit feel. They should have dropped this shit as the Switch Pro. And they just gave us all new specs like they did. The magnetic controllers and the different, just kind of like boosting quality. Made it the Switch Pro, allowed people like us regular Switch users to go ahead and buy the Switch Pro if necessary, and then drop Mario Kart World on that. Because so far it's got 1.5 games. It's Mario Kart World and it's Donkey Kong. But as of recent, especially as of recent, all these third-party games are fucking ass. Fucking ass. There's a diamond in the rough every now and then. Your Bayonettas, your Persona 5s, your Street Fighter 6. Yeah, you get one of those every now and then. But for the most part, when I go into that Nintendo eShop, it's a bunch of fluff. And then Mario. Mario has been keeping it a fucking stack the entire time. Pokemon has fell off. Street Fighter, it's low-key fell off, bro. That controls where they introduced that you can just do the Hadouken off of one button. That shit's trash. Play Switch since Pokemon shit. See, exactly. Pokemon Sword and Shield, I played that because it was dope. It was like, you know, new Pokemon and shit. It was Pokemon. Like, it was what it was. But in that, there was a lot of lackluster like designs and shit, but they still stayed true to the Pokemon formula. After that, I bought Legends Arceus, and they switched the whole battle dynamic, and it's like, this ain't Pokemon, nigga. Pokemon is an RPG. With all due respect, like, I'm only gonna respect that as an RPG. Yo, your turn, your turn, your turn, your turn. Yo, the Pokemon with the highest speed determines who goes first in this battle. I can respect that. You got type advantages, you know, Pokemon. And it's gone. They just did away with it. Like, we are the first generation of Pokemon fans. We grew up loving a certain type of Pokemon, and now we got money, and you're gonna abandon us? Like, we're your sole consumer. Why get rid of us? We loved you. Why would you abandon us for the niggas with a smartphone on Pokemon Go? But I'm off a subject, man. Let me finish my point. It's getting hot in here. Last night, or not last night, but Sunday. Well, yeah, I guess last night was Sunday, but Sunday like afternoon, it was like midday. I saw that Kai Cenat, he dropped a video on his pool party that he had at his house, and I can't lie. I was just saying earlier, bro, I'm 30 years old. I've done all the partying I can do. I've been the man at a party. I've been the embarrassment at the party. I've been the socially anxious person in the corner, not talking to anybody at the party. I've been through every phase of a party that's possible. So I'm over it. But last night, if I'd have gotten an invite to go to Kai Cenat shit, I'd have been in that bitch. That shit looked lit as a motherfucker. Like, it looked like they had a time last night. They had a good ass time in that bitch. Funny Mike and DDG and Duke Dennis. I know all these niggas now. I wasn't even, you know, I left the Kai fandom up to the YNs. But I've always liked Kai. I've always rooted him on this whole AMP family. And as of recent, not even because I started streaming, but like as of recent, I'm starting to like him a little bit more. I think he's becoming more mature, so it's more relatable in a sense. It's like, you know, he's realizing his power. He's realizing how strong his voice is and what he can make. Yeah, I love Phantom too, but I love the whole AMP family, bro. Agent, I think there's another dude. I think his name is Davis. I think that's his name, or Dave. It might be just David, but yeah, Duke Dennis, Phantom, bro, bursting. Taiwanese dude, Ray, Ray. They're just dope, and I kind of jumped in at this recent junction where they had the Streamers University, and I'm like, ooh. That looked like a vibe because I've lived that life. When I first went to college, straight out of high school, I was 17 going on 18. And we had a scholarship program. It was at UCLA. They put us up in the dorms for a week, and we kind of had free reign. So we was talking to ladies, and we was sneaking stuff into the dorm room. We was asking, we was going to the liquor store and asking, like, you know, the local 39-year-old bum. Hey, can you buy us a little something? We all pieced up on a bottle of New Amsterdam, took it back to the dorm, told the ladies, hey, we got it over here. Let's go And, bro, it was a whole vibe. And that was exactly like, like the experience that I saw on Streamers University. It was just a good time, and everybody was of age. But if I could be in a dorm room right now at 29, as like, let's say like camping, like this is the new version of camping. If we are all just free on the campus, let's say they were about to shut down a dorm section, but to make some money, they rented it out to locals. I would Airbnb a dorm room with like 12 of my bestest buds and just be flagrant, just be dumbasses for a week. And that's what Kai Cenat and the group did. And that shit looked so fucking cool. Yeah, the AMP party was fucking dope. Everybody showed up. Super cool. But moving on. Last night, some funny shit happened. Like I said, a couple of my boys were over here yesterday. Let me know if my voice is distorted at all. I'm gonna go ahead and replay this. I hope it sounds good. It looks like it sounds good. I know I'm getting loud at times, but it's me, nigga. I'm gonna get loud sometimes. It's just who I be. But last night, the homies were over. Like I said, the homies are over. We're watching a game, and it started to look like a slaughter. We like, all right, dude, this shit is fucking over. They going crazy. Okay. But we watching the game, and it's like, yo, these dudes going crazy. Let's hop on a Mario Party. So we fire up the Switch. And life just starts happening. We playing Mario Party, Jamboree. I don't know if you know about me, but at this crib, we got both Mario Parties. We take Mario Party very seriously. We take Super Smash Bros. Very seriously. You know the tattoo I got on my leg? We take Mario Kart very seriously. Ain't no, I don't feel like it today. Well, you shouldn't have showed up, nigga. Like, gear up or get out. That's the vibes here at this house. We real militant about this Mario Party, Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros. But Mario in the title, but he's the poster child. You know the vibes. So we're all here chilling, having some drinks. I had bought a bottle of Kettle One. Chilling. Having a good time. I bought Kettle One. I know it's not the premier alcohol. I know everybody's on the tequila, cognac wave right now. I get it. But just knowing myself and knowing my body, I know that every time I have tequila, I have a good time. It's just light on me. It allows me to be flowy, pause, but you know what I mean? Like, there's no pressure once I'm off the tequila. I don't feel slow. Once I'm on the vodka, it's just like, yeah, it's a social lubricant, pause, but it does the trick for the day. It's like, now I feel like dancing. Yo, somebody pass me a microphone. It's Rich Girl by Hall & Oates time. I gotta burn this shit down. We were listening to punk rock last night watching this shit. I told the homie, yo, turn on the Bulls on Parade by what's his name? Zach De La Rocha. What's the band name? Dun 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 dun. Rage Against the Machine. Against Rage Against the Machine. I'm like, dog, we was lit. And you start the radio from there. You're like, oh, we in our bag. And yeah, that's kind of where things went that last night. But we got to a point where we had drank all the beers. We had drank all the vodka, the Kettle One, and it was time to get another bottle. And this is where the night gets spooky. Shit gets spooky every day in October. So hear me out. I'm coming to you right now, a humble man. A A humbled man. We go on our. All right, let me grab the mic. We go on our second run. Just to get something to wet the whistle a little bit. There's 4 of us, including my girl. We're all having a good time. She's super red in the face, looking crazy. But we pull up to the liquor store, our local liquor store. Well, it was a Total Wine, our local Total Wine. And we go and we get a bottle. But as we're pulling into the parking lot, I see a woman. She's putting a box of alcohol in her car. I'm guessing she's hosting. I yell out some information that I peeped just from the way she's dressed. I see how she's dressed, and I go, "Whoa! Here's some information that the whole car needs to hear." I go, "You know what? Whoa, lady over there got a leather dress on. It was a skirt, so waist down." I said, "Yo, lady over there got a leather skirt on. That shit trash." Hey, my dumb ass, not knowing that the sunroof is open, because, we drunk. We in the middle. We not drunk, but, we in the middle of it. We having a good time. I'm making an observation that I think is fucking hilarious. Tell me why the lady, she turned around and looked me in my spirit. Like, you know what I mean? You know when somebody looking in your general direction, you're like, all right, they may be looking. She looked like she could see my ID in my pocket from where she was. She looked at me. She knew I was the one that said it. Oh, and last night I had this hat on too. During the run, I had this hat on. This is an important player in the story. But like, she dagger. Like, look, I'll re-impersonate it for you. She's putting her shit in the trunk. Yo, lady got that fucking leather shirt. That shit trash. Bro, she looked at me right now and held it though. She stood there for like 15 seconds. I swear to God. Like, it was an over the shoulder like this. Wait, one more time. Bro, and I just had to eat all that awkwardness. Bro, I felt every piece of that stare. So we're on the alcohol run. I'm like, dog, we gotta go in the fucking store. But I'm like, yo, we gotta go. Like, that's what we came for. But I can't get out the car now. Like, dude, it's it's over. She know who I am. She stood outside for a minute. Like, I don't know what her connection was to the store, but like the store manager, you could tell when it's the store manager. He got the earpiece and he got slacks on with a button up. You're like, all right, he not just a regular employee of the Total Wine. This motherfucker means business. So he comes out and talks to her on like some like homie shit. So they sitting there laughing, but they still hanging out at her trunk. And like periodically, she's looking back at the car to like, nah, I still see you, motherfucker. So this is where the hat come in. I'm so I ain't been this embarrassed in a long time, bro. It was years. I see her keep looking back at me. I got this hat on. I just tuck it down low and pretend I'm on my phone like this. And like all the while, I'm like staring through the brim of the hat like this. Like to see if she see her, and she's still looking over here. Dude, it was fucking funny. Cause the homies had left, like, all right, bro, we'll go in and get the bottle. So they go in and get the bottle. Me and my girl are sitting in the car. I'm like, fuck. She know exactly what's going on. She caught me dead in the rice. I'm wrong, and I just start turning red like a fucking cherry. Yeah, bro, it was fucked up. Today I woke up and the homies was making jokes about it. Look, I'm gonna take you through my text history. I didn't wake up. I guess not. I'm looking at the time now. It was 11:41. My boy JC, he sent me a picture of a leather skirt, and I just had to hit him with the laughing emoji. Like, bro, that's fucking hilarious. Um, and look, so you know I'm not lying. Look, I go, bro, that was funny as shit. You can't see it here. Let me see. Let me see if I can back it up. Adjust. All right, I can't adjust the focus, but in the blue, I said, bro, that's some funny ass shit. He sent the meme like this, and his shit says literally, hit you with one of these. You see this look? Bro, she boiled me alive with that look. I was like, fuck. Hey, it was worth it. That was some funny shit last night. It was a funny shit today. And dude, even my girl got in on it like, yeah. I ain't never seen you that embarrassed in your whole life. I was like, yeah, nah. She got like I shouldn't have talked shit about it. Sure, I should have talked shit about it, but that shit was trash. I had to echo it. It had to be known. Yeah, for real, perfect me. But but that shit was weak. I thought I was in the comfort of the car. Like, we all in here. It's cool. The windows is up. Let this fly. Bro, the sunroof is open. She hear the whole thing. And let it be known, I heard that shit, motherfucker. And oh no. That was some of the funniest shit ever, dude. Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while since I laughed that hard. All right. Oh shit, I've been being being quiet for too long. We getting into it. Eventually, I'll start playing the game and shit on the stream. I'm waiting for my piece to come in. The Walmart delivery. I just got an email saying that it's delayed. So, you know, you can plan a pretty picnic. You can't predict the weather. I got a question. I got a question for the ether. You know, you may have an answer, you may not, but you know, I have a girlfriend and everything, so I'm not actively on the dating market. But how many kids is too much kids? Recently, it's been proclaimed that Duke Dennis has like 8 kids, and who knew? I thought he was a single dude out here, no kids in the world, but apparently he has like 6, and you know, he's like pause, but he's like the hot guy on the block right now. The bitches love him. Or the ladies love him. The hoes love him. Whatever denomination of what I just said applies to you, you take that. But yeah, as a guy is what I'm saying. How many kids is too many kids that you think you should be in the dating world with? I think 6 is too many. Hell, I think like low key 5 is too many. I think 3 might be that sweet number that you can get in on some Indiana Jones shit. But all right, that's been 30 minutes. I plan on going further and further and longer pause. The more I go on, but like I said, this is day 4. You saw the caption. This is day 4 of getting it in, just streaming consistently, perfecting the quality. I'm gonna be on YouTube as well. I have a YouTube channel linked to this app. I haven't gone live on that yet just because I'm still testing the waters. But expect more. I'll be back tomorrow, and then I'll be back on Thursday. So the schedule right now was Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. And then I take the rest of the time off until further notice, man. I'm getting in. My username is Wonton Bomb. That may change, but, you know, it's JB. A.K.A. Juan Wick, A.K.A. Juan Julio. But I'll see y'all in the next one. Hopefully y'all join me. And thank y'all for showing up once again. Fabs, I see you, my man. Kiss my ass.